What's up, people? My name is Shaggy, the opinionated hippie. Started this channel to discuss all things Frank Zappa. I have since spread the big note umbrella of Zappa to include many other things, as it should. Grateful Dead, because of a song called Teenage Wind. Bob Dylan, mainly because of a song called Flakes. And today, just right now, I was listening to this album, Jerry Garcia Band. I don't even know what this is called. It's a live album from like the early 90s, maybe it came out. But I was listening to this earlier because I live in South Texas, about an hour away from a city called Uvalde. I'm a kindergarten teacher. And just within the last 48 hours, whole bunch of kindergarten kids were killed in another senseless mass shooting here in the United States of America. It's just stupid at this point. And my ultimate sort of comfort music is the Grateful Dead. And when I need comfort inside of comfort, it is 100% the Jerry Garcia Band. Just the happiest, most good feeling. Just, if you've never experienced the Jerry Garcia Band, it's just really good music. And I was getting to the end of this album, and I realized the last song is Tangled Up in Blue, which recently appeared on my Bob Dylan Top 10 song list. Quite high on that list, to give away a little bit of that ending. So I thought I would just sit down, listen to it with a beer in hand. Citrus Trip. We got another free tail here out of South Texas because if it's Garcia, you got a trip. And Garcia, for the most part, does it. If you've never heard the Jerry Garcia Band, he does not get as far out there as the Dead. He's got one song, Don't Let Go, which I may react to because it's phenomenal. But he has one song that he kind of gets out there and gets spacey. But for the most part, it's just really good, straightforward, uplifting guitar solo, keyboard solo based jams. I have not listened to this Tangled Up in Blue. This is a live version. I think 90 is the year. I have not listened to this live version in quite a while. The Garcia catalog is huge. They have officially released a lot of incredible live shows, so I haven't revisited this one in quite a while. I enjoyed it. My memory of this Tangled Up in Blue, I have heard it before. It makes me feel good. So my thoughts going into it, which I will comment on as they occur, I will talk over the video. I will not stop the video once I start, or the music once I start. So we'll get it in one straight shot, but I will talk over it. I love what Jerry does with that opening progression. It just feels like it gives it even more of a like dun, uplifting sort of bounce. At the end of each, whatever it is those lyrics are, he takes the Tangled Up in Blue ending and he gives it to his backup singers, and they're like, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue. And it just gets a little more like dancey, celebratory almost. Like, yeah, I'm happy to be tangled up in blue. And if I remember correctly, we get three chorus verses, whatever those are, three verses. There's no chorus in this song. We get three verses. Then I think the keyboardist takes a solo. I think we get Jerry takes a solo. Then I think we get three more verses, and the keyboardist takes a solo. Then I think we get the last two verses, and then I think Garcia ends up with just a great climactic set ending solo. This is a really good like sort of sample of the way Jerry would jam in his setting. Just good, straightforward. He's got a bass player who's phenomenal. He's got a drummer who's phenomenal. He's got a keyboardist, and it's him on guitar. He's the lone guitar player. So 4 musicians, 2 backup singers. Just a really good time. But again, this is from the Jerry Garcia Band. I think that's just what it's called, is Jerry Garcia Band. I don't think it actually has a name. But it is from this release, which came out, I don't know, I can't see any of this in here. But it's from this release. It is a good release. It's got several Bob Dylan songs on it. There's a Simple Twist of Fate cover. There's an I Shall Be Released cover. There's a Senor Tales of Yankee Power cover. They do the Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, a band cover. I've complained about cover albums. I have no problem with cover songs. I could not be a Jerry Garcia Band fan if I had a problem with cover songs, especially in the live context. I enjoyed them. I think they're okay. Garcia is an awesome interpreter of other people's music. So I love what he does to Dylan. I absolutely love this version. I think it is a worthy version of Tangled Up in Blue. The only other weird thing is he changes words, like not lines, not, whole couplets or anything. He just changes like words. Like the word might be like beer, but he'll change it to like ale. That doesn't actually happen in the song, but like instances of just a weird word change. Or I've been listening to Blood on the Tracks, Tangled Up in Blue, since I was 5, if I'm not mistaken. Or I've been mishearing these lyrics for my entire life, and Jerry is singing them correctly. But I don't think he is. I think he's purposely changing a word or two for whatever reason. But that's enough of my yapping. I'm going to drink this beer, and let's listen to Jerry Garcia Band, Tangled Up in Blue, live from what I think is 90, maybe 89. It's definitely the early 90s. And yeah, sit back, enjoy, and let's go, people.
I was laying in bed, I wondering if she changed that much, if her hair was still red. Her parents said our life
For
together
parents, not folks.
sure was
Parents.
gonna be tough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. I'm standing on the side of the road, rain pouring on my shoes.
I like those backing vocals, right?
Heading out for the East Coast, God knows I paid some dues getting through. Tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out
Nice
of a
little keyboard
jam, I
runs there.
guess, but I used a little too much
Oregon runs
rope.
right there.
Drove that car as far as we could, abandoned it out west. Separated on the docks that night, was the green it was
Separated,
best.
not split up.
She turned around to me as I was walking away. I heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in I went out to the great Northwest, working as a cook for a spell. I never did like it all that much. One day the act just fell. I went down to New Orleans, where I was lucky to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside of Delacroix. And all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. I know no love
Jerry has a
will,
very good
but she never
storytelling
escaped
voice.
my mind,
I think
and
I am compelled by the way his voice and the way he sings, or just, there's not much range there, but it's got personality. It's definitely got a storytelling, like, grit to it. Not a grit, but like sincerity to it. There's the first of the two solos. Jerry's solo. Very typical Jerry Garcia style solo within the body of the song. Very much working within the melody, working with over what the lyrics would do if they were lyrics, but just kind of being all over that.
She was working in the top
Pretty
of the
straightforward,
space,
simple
and I
solo,
stopped
yeah.
in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face,
But
and the
good,
spotlight was so
tasty.
clear. Later on, when the crowd thinned out, and I was just about to do the same.
The organ work, man, by Melvin is just like so sleeky and just so
I
nice.
muttered something underneath my breath. She slid the lines in my face. I must admit I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes. Tangled up in
The way the drummer just taking that ride, just right in those Tangled Up in Blues.
and offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said. You look like the silent type. He opened up a book of poems and handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of them words rang true and glowed like burning coals, rolling off of every page like it was written in my soul for me to use.
It's interesting when Jerry Tell sings a song. When Bob sings a song, I very much see the sort of like lonely folk singer on the corner playing in the rain from traveling from city to city. When Jerry sings a song, I see like another solo. Okay, so I was wrong about that. Typical of like a Jerry song in which there's two or more solos, in which the first one tends to be a little higher or farther up the fretboard, and then the second one you get a little more intense, still working within kind of the same melodic frame as the lyrics, but you're just kind of upping the intensity a little bit. But going back to Jerry, I imagine more like a guitar slinging Johnny Appleseed. You know, he's traveling around spreading love and joy and yeah, met some awesome women and had these issues. Where it's more of a like happy journey where Dylan's just like, oh, broken my heart, working hard, all that kind of stuff. There's revolution in the air. Jerry's like, there's revolution in the air. Yeah, Jerry brings me joy.
Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. Don't know how it all got started. I don't know what they're doing with their lives. Me, I'm still on the road, headed for another joy. We always feel the same.
You ever get in the back of singers just like just plateauing together step by step? This is when Jerry drops the hammer right here. This is what it's like. We're aiming for great, soaring melodic heights for like the next 5 minutes. This is how Jerry ends shows, people. Tia ending the first set, Tangled Up starting the second set. All the momentum goes towards this solo. We've already abandoned the sort of framework of the verses and we're just sort of we're in free-form territory here. We're not tied into that rhythmic pattern, that chord progression. Rhythm work, man. The bass player and the drummer are just ridiculous in this band. So tight, so efficient. But does such a good job of like, it feels like that entire time he's just like running like higher and higher and tightening up and building the intensity. And somehow he manages to end up back up top of the front, top of the neck, and he's just like coming back down again for another run. The bass playing, man. God. Instances in like the Garcia Band catalog when songs, the solos kind of feel like they might be falling apart a little, but with this band, Jerry never really lets them fall apart. He keeps it pretty tight focused. That bass playing. Orchid, man, it's just like, ugh. Right there, we're just like pulling together. Man, that's just it, man. It's a good 3.5 minutes of just solid Jerry guitar solo energy. That's what it's about, man. Good times. Now it feels like it's a little more somber. Show's over, we're going home. Party ends. Back to the real world.
Tangled up in blue.
It's not good.
Tangled up in blue.
Friggin' ridiculous, people. It's good, man. Some good stuff. Really good stuff, man. So that was Jerry Garcia Band, Tangled Up in Blue. Love it. I was at that show. Not exactly sure which show it was, but I know all of those are from the Warfield in San Francisco, I think 1990. And I was at every Warfield show from like 88 to like 93, I think it was. They played the Orpheum sometimes too. So I was there. You could hear me in the audience screaming at the end. That was me going, yay! That was me. But anyways, yeah. Again, the band, John Kahn on bass. I think David Kempner on drums. Gloria and Jackie on backing vocals. Melvin Seals on organ. Garcia on guitar, vocals, energy, positivity. Just making me like feel good whenever times are super duper hard. But anyways, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. If you like it, check out some Jerry, man. There are so many good live releases out there from the Jerry Garcia Band. It's just good times. Great cover songs. Just love that guy. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Get yourself a beer. Get yourself something. Relax. Have yourself your own citrus trip or whatever kind of trip you're into. Peace, y'all. Gonna go do other things. All right, bye.